beginning of the semester. Usually the sound I get at the end of the semester. Okay, let's try again. Get some air in your lungs. We need a lot of air and oxygen today in our experiments. Good afternoon. Thank you very much. That's more lively. Welcome to Chem 1A. That's it. The one and only Chem 1A. My name is Heino Nitsche. N-I-T-S-C-H-E. Nitsche. I will have the honor to be your professor for this semester for Chem 1A. Most important for you, B-space. There is the URL for B-space. Who has never been at B-space? Excellent, I don't have to say anything. Go to Chem 1A. Before you write any email or send out any requests or something, go to B-space and read about it. The likelihood that your question will be answered is very high if you go to B-space. About scores, about the labs and all kinds of things. And then your lab instructor and lecturer is she's right here, Dr. Lee, Dr. Chunmei Lee. She is in charge for everything concerning the lab, all the GSIs, the TAs. That's her métier, okay? Then we have, next to Dr. Lee, we have Dr. Lamoureux. He is in charge for a very, very sensitive issue, that's enrollment and the managing of the logistics of this whole Chem 1A setup. So we are very grateful for him that he does this. And I think he has done such a tremendous job to get you into that class here that he deserves a hand. He doesn't like it, that's why I do it. Okay. And next to him, not next to him, I'm not pointing with the laser pointer at you. This is a little bit in the dark here, is Miss Karen Chang. She's the demo supervisor. She will take care of all the demos for me and whoever else is lecturing. And this is a big job, and I'm very grateful that she does that. And then we have Mr. Hickory here, number 15. This is Greg Dellinger. He is the head TA, and he will hold some lectures for you, and he will also hold some review sessions for you, and I'll talk about this in a little while. If you have any questions concerning Chem 1A, after you peruse B-space, then you can write to chem1a.sp10@gmail.com, and he will try to answer you as fast as he can. There will be lots of questions at the beginning, but let's see. Don't overwhelm him, please. Office hours. I have office hours Wednesdays from 4 to 5 and Fridays from 3 to 4. This is PM. The location is 446 Latimer. That's my office. It's out the hallway. This building is called Latimer. The next building over. The next building, not over. It's called Latimer. You go to the 4th floor, go out of the elevator to the left, and you will come by my office. I'm starting office hours today. So if you have any questions, come and see me. Don't come 5 minutes before the midterm or final. Oh, I have these questions and so on. Okay, I won't be able to do it because there will be another 200 people in front of my door. All right, just come in. It's an open office hour. Just come in and enjoy the ride. We have weekly review sessions. Greg will give these sessions. They are Thursdays, starting this Thursday, i.e. tomorrow, from 5 to 7 p.m. at 1 Pimentel Hall. This is 1 Pimentel Hall. That's where you are. So it's going to be from 5 to 7. And tomorrow he will talk about owls and about the things that we have discussed this week, or that we are going to discuss this week. So this is a free format. Use the opportunity to ask questions and get them answered by our head TA, Greg Dellinger. We also have open office for you, open office hours, so you can drop in with any question that you have, and this will be staffed usually from 10 to 3 by a GSI or a TA, and the office is B12 Latimer. It's just around the corner. So essentially, if you go around the corner, the first office to the right is the open office. You can come there. We start next week. You can come there and ask questions. Okay, we try to offer you as many possibilities to review and to help you with the subject matter. I also would like to mention that there is the Student Learning Center they also teach Chem 1A, or they help you with Chem 1A. They have GSIs there. And don't be shy of going there. It's thought, oh, I don't need to, I'm too good, I don't need to. There's only the bad guys go there, okay? So that's the wrong attitude. Get all the help that you can get, right? That's the most important thing. You want to ace this thing here. And it's not going to be easy, but I will try to help you wherever I can. You're at Berkeley here, okay? How many of you were valedictorian in that class? Not that many. What happened to Berkeley? Okay, usually 60% raise their hands, and then they say, oh, this person must be at least as good as I am, okay? So you're all very good, otherwise you wouldn't be here in Berkeley. So I'm trying to teach up a little bit. And this is my first question, my first Chem quiz question. So who has no iClicker yet? All right. Not good, but doable. Because we are going to count the iClickers from Monday on. And this works as follows. I will ask you some questions, will be more difficult than these questions, during the lecture, related to the subject that I just taught you. And then you will think about this on your own and give me an answer within 2 minutes, A, B, or C. And then I see how well you have taken up the material that I have presented to you, and I try to think of another way to explaining it to you if it wasn't too successful. And I give you some more pointers and hints, and then I ask you to acquaint yourself with the person behind, in the front, on the side, and chat about the subject. Okay? So you have a discussion about the subject, and then after 2 minutes, you give me either the same answer or a revised answer. And then we will look at the score, and I will see if this has improved it, or if this is such a problem that nobody gets it, or very few people get it. Okay? And then I will explain it to you again and give you the solutions. You will get attendance points for this. Attendance points will be 50 extra points on top of the 1,000 that you get to it for an A. We have the scale, the grading scale is on the webpage on BSpace. We don't grade on the scale, we have solid grading intervals, okay? So you get 50 extra points, that will help. And you don't have to be there, but you have to use your own iClicker. You cannot use anybody else's iClicker. Or click in for somebody else. They said, oh, I don't feel like it to go there today. Five guys or 5 people give you the iClicker and you click, you're in deep doo-doo if you get caught, okay? Because you ever heard of the student conduct, the rule of student conduct? Okay, I think that's been handed to you when you started. Let's talk about the positive things. So there's going to be a whole lot of fun, this whole thing, okay? So the question is now that I pose to you, how many years of chemistry did you have in high school? I don't think you need two minutes for that, to do that. And you click A, absolutely, B, undecided, C, no. What happened? Oh, we have the second question. That's not good. Let's stop this again. Why don't we try that one? Let's do that question. Do you plan to go to medical school? Absolutely, undecided, or no? So that's a longer thought process, but I'm not going to give you 2 minutes for this, okay? I just want to see how many people have iClickers. And this is all practice. Make sure that you have fresh batteries in your iClicker. You can't come afterwards and say, oh, Professor, my batteries ran out. I say, I understand, and I would like to help you, but I can't. Because if I help you, then I have to help all the other 200. All right? And so that will be an absolute nightmare to record this in iClicker. So, let's stop it. 106 have iClickers. So, let's display it. There's about 40% want to go to medical school. What happened? That's okay. You know how much tuition is? $9,000 or something, isn't it? Does your parents pay that? I think they wouldn't be very, and this is funny one time, but it's going to happen a lot of times, okay? It's not funny, actually, because you pay a lot of money to sit here. And so you really need to use your time to work off that money. because your parents, they really scrapping it together in order to get you here. Some of you at least, okay? So I expect you to be not sincere. That's a fine thing, you know, but it will not happen too often, I think. All right, so we have that question answered, and then we're going to go back. How did that happen? Did I click too often, or what did I do? I'm going in the wrong direction. Did I delete it? There it is. Okay. Direction is very important. How many years of chemistry did you have in high school? He always wanted to do that. That's John Schenker up there. Okay, that's not a difficult question. We are done already, huh? I don't know what's going on here. Excellent, excellent. You know all the stuff I'm going to teach you, but don't get in the trap. Don't fall in the trap. Just make sure that you are on the ball with this, because you had more than 1 year of chemistry in high school. Many of you had AP. This is Steve's AP, yeah? I assume it's AP, okay? Good. So let's go on with this here. So you've seen how iClicker works or not work? So in the lab, some of you have started already. You design a reaction using acetic acid and sodium bicarbonate that it evolves the largest amount of CO2 gas to inflate a plastic bag. Okay? So that's an air bag, not the one I would like to have in my car though. But in order to do this, you need tools such as stoichiometry, what we talk about here today, molar mass, balancing chemical equations, to predict what will optimize your airbag. You want to have the biggest airbag there is, okay? So you gotta calculate this well and then make that experiment. Let's do it. Chemistry. Chemistry is everywhere. As I speak to you, my body processes or does many chemical reactions to make me walk, to make me speak, and for you to listen, you're processing constantly chemical reactions for that to do. So chemistry is omnipresent, it's everywhere, and this is why we are here. We need to learn about this. And there are two kinds of chemistry. The one where we can look at elements, that's the science of elements. So this is carbon. Okay. This is carbon. Right. This is not too interesting, isn't it? We know much about carbon. But what really is interesting is the reaction of elements and molecules with each other. Okay? And they have an energy state at the beginning, they call it the reactants, and then they react with each other. Either they give off energy, then they are in a lower energy state, or we need to put in energy to make this reaction happen, then they are in a higher energy state. All right? So if you look at the energy state at the beginning and at the end, some chemistry has happened. And this is chemistry. So we can describe chemistry by the difference in energy state. This is called thermodynamics. How we got there has nothing to do with the chemistry. It has to do with the chemistry, but not the chemistry we are interested in. That's called kinetics, how you get there. We are dealing this semester with thermodynamics exclusively, of course some other things, but we are not dealing with kinetics. So let's have a look at a chemical reaction. So we have hydrogen and oxygen to form water. Hydrogen and oxygen to form water. Okay? Now, let's do that. I have a balloon with hydrogen here. I have to put it in a balloon, otherwise it would immediately disappear. And so now I want to let it react with oxygen. But there's no oxygen in the balloon. How can I make it react with oxygen? Pop it? Would that do it? So if I pop it, it wouldn't do it. I tell you, I don't have an extra balloon, otherwise I would do it, okay? That's a good idea, pop it. And if I pop it, nothing will happen. The hydrogen gas will go away. Go ahead, you don't